In Canada, just northwest of downtown Vancouver, lies a small island with a dark and heavy past. Deadman's Island, linked to Stanley Park by a short bridge and accessible at low tide, is the site of Vancouver's Naval Reserve Division, HMCS Discovery, which is closed to the public. And even in the heart of the city, it feels apart, a place defined by memory, legend, and loss. Long before settlers arrived, the Squamish people called it the Island of Dead Men. According to Chief Joe Capilano, a brutal conflict once unfolded here between northern and southern nations. The southern warriors kidnapped 200 women, children, and elders. In exchange, 200 young northern warriors offered themselves for the hostages' freedom. They were killed immediately. At dawn, the southern fighters returned to the battlefield and found the ground blooming with flaming fire flowers, as poet Pauline Johnson later recorded, blossoms said to pulse with the blood of the fallen. Terrified, the southern nation abandoned the island. For generations, the Squamish used the island as a burial ground, placing their dead in cedar boxes high in the trees. When settler John Morton explored the island in 1862, he found hundreds of these boxes scattered through the foliage and perched in branches. One crumbled at his touch, spilling ancestral bones at his feet. After hearing Capilano's stories of the massacre, Morton left convinced the island was cursed. By the 1870s, the remaining tree burials were removed and reinterred in what is now Stanley Park. As Vancouver grew, the island took on new layers of sorrow. Early settlers buried victims of the 1886 Great Vancouver Fire, Canadian Pacific Railway workers, and residents of Moodyville, Hastings Sawmill, and Granville Townsite beneath its trees. When smallpox swept the city in 1888, Deadman's Island became a quarantine station. Those who recovered returned home. Those who didn't remained forever. At the turn of the century, the island became the center of a long and bitter dispute. In 1899, American industrialist Theodore Ludgate leased the land from the federal government to build a lumber mill. Vancouver's mayor James Garden insisted the island was part of Stanley Park and not open for development. On April 24, 1899, when Ludgate arrived with 30 men to begin logging, Garden was already there with nearly the entire police force. Ludgate was arrested, though he returned repeatedly over the years. Police who camped on the island in 1909 claimed they heard rattling bones and shrieking spirits warning them away, a story later retold with a wink but rooted in the island's grim reputation. Ludgate eventually won his legal battle in 1911, but he failed to meet